popped my neck and it felt great. I'm about to go inside so y'all are hearing me do this. So, like I was saying, and I just finished recording Act 2 of What If Overhaul Saved Izuku. And since that had a ghoulish theme, let's continue this ghoulish vibe. It is windy as fuck outside. Brr. Frio a la madre. Anyway, like I was saying, in this timeline, I forgot something in the car, damn. Let me down in my bed of glass. The chance just be the last thing I feel before I go. Sorry, I love this song so much. So, back to the what if. Let's actually start it. Like I was saying, I was just finishing the other one. I recorded it. It's uploading. Act 3 would be the finale, and the finale will be fun. Oh wait, you're actually finishing with us? Oh, fuck you guys too. Don't worry, I just need time. You know, I should have more time to record now since it's technically spring break, so my hours are shorter, so I'll have more time to record. But at the same time, I do have Verve Premium, and that means I get to watch my anime with no ads. So, hell yeah! So I've been binge watching a lot of fucking shit. Oh my god, the One Piece one. I'm also on the manga, and I fucking love the manga. I love Chopper's biggest moment. Which, fuck it, I might just do, give Chopper, some spotlights and add him into other what ifs just because I can. Now, what if Tony Chopper was in My Hero Academia? Who would he be? Another quirked animal, pretty much like Nezu's cousin. It'd be perfect. He'd want to be a medical hero. Oh shit, that's actually coming to me too easily. I gotta stop. Focus brain. We're doing what if Naruto had ghoul powers. Now, does this mean he has cannibalism? Nah. That's too fucked up. I don't want to do him dirty like that. But, however, this is where things change. You see, because Naruto is born unique. His body is more durable, built like steel. Very hard to cut him, which, yeah, shinobis were annoyed. Their kunais literally could not puncture. They break on Naruto's skin, and Naruto was able to punch them back, and he was much more stronger than them, without chakra, so fuck him up, my guy. And he did. Naruto would brutally beat the shit out of them, every time they tried to fuck with him. Because of this, and, every time they would charge at Naruto one time actually had to fight ninjas, and, because ninjas throw hand signs and use chakra, Naruto had to awaken his own chakra throughout his body, so his eyes turned black, his irises became red, they're thinking QB chakra. Well, almost, actually, yeah, because a red tail sprouted out of his back and, whipped around the kunais. Damn it, all because I just did the Izuku what if. Back to the what if. As, Naruto would speed past them, whipping their kunais with his tail, rushing forward, and then from his arm, a red blade that wrapped around his, entire arm, and then right on his fingertips. He pierces through most of these. They're root agents, so yeah, they get their shit killed multiple times. Danzo gets annoyed because, what the fuck is that? After observations by, Hiruzen and Danzo, after multiple assassination attempts by the Leaf Village shinobis, Inuzaka clan members, Aburame clans, a lot of them had some beef, even some Hyuga members. And ultimately, they would all be killed. Soon enough, when, in this timeline, because I can, when Naruto decided to add fire to his blades, it became like a wing rather than a simple, blade. And then he realized something. When he adds more chakra to these, they evolve. So he adds more chakra to his one tail, and the one tail became into three, sprouting more. And he realizes more chakra, more power. But then he also realizes, depending on where he's putting the chakra in his spine, is it, activating. He decides, why not try and add something in his middle back? So, he does, and behind him, black wings, the one that would be in the thumbnail behind him, 3 black wings sprout, different from the flaming ones, because those would not actually allow him to fly, but these do. So these black wings sprout out of Naruto, and well, he's able to manipulate them and actually fly. They shoot out crystals, similar to how his flame one could, but the flame ones have that added benefit to being a flame defensive shield, and then could actually cut someone when they're close range. So yeah. Oh wait. No, that's what I wanted to change about the flame one. So rather than it shooting out crystals, it just shoots out like mini fireballs. So think of like exploding kunai tags. And then, yeah, that's what he's shooting out because they're fire feathers. So, well, fire bladed feathers. More like fire senbon feathers. I feel like I'm being more technical than I should be. But yeah, let's go with that. Fire senbon nettles. Or he could do a simple, arm blade. When he adds chakra to his lower back, to the base of his spine, this is when that blue whippy tail one that Nishiki has. So, that one wraps around his legs and activates more like a spring, and he does use that. Over time, Naruto developed his power set, not really relying on jutsu. And here's the thing. Because Naruto had this unique power set, he had a different form of graduation exam. Due to him not actually using the clone jutsu, they realized that this requires a fuck ton more chakra to do and to pull off. So, Byakugan members from the, not Byakugan members, Hyuga members using their Byakugan would realize that this boy's chakra reserves are 10 times the amount of the fucking Hokage himself. And they're shitting themselves in fear because they can see that the Kyuubi is still sealed within him, and then this is all just pure Naruto chakra the entire time. This has just been the boy. This is just the boy's pure chakra. So, Hyuga members terrified of him, and they have warned Hinata to avoid him at all costs because of, the insane amount of chakra. No Hyuga member could possibly come near him with all of his power sets. Oh, This Is Young by Hollywood Undead. I've not heard this one in a minute. Anyway, back to the what if. And as, Naruto, he fights multiple people and he beats them. He doesn't use his Kagenes at all. And he does, ask them to be called different Kagenes. And, yeah. So, one fun thing that Naruto developed, thanks to his massive amounts of chakra with these, Hiruzen decided to teach Naruto jutsus. Give him scrolls that if he can do, do him. And sure enough, because Naruto's fire affinity is huge in this one, so I'm switching his wind affinity for fire affinity. So, yeah. But don't get pissy, because he does have 2 other nature chakras, and we're getting to those. Now he was in a surprise because not only does Naruto have immense fire nature chakra, the earth nature chakra that Naruto possesses is pretty fucking OP in itself. It's almost as if he's an earthbender in a sense. Like, he could do a few hand signs and make the entire ground be trembling beneath him, causing it to form in intricate patterns that most people can't do because they don't have enough chakra for it. But not Izuku, but Naruto does. Naruto's, 10 times the amount of the Kage. So, yeah. So, after some time has passed and, they realize Naruto's too fucking OP, he even has the 3rd nature release of water. And the water level is similar to 2nd Hokage. The fact that he could just spew out water from his mouth just by turning it from pure chakra, it terrifies them so much. Danzo's just like, hey, he becomes an Anbu. No! Why not? They're like, yeah, why not? He's a fucking tank. Or, just because he is a living weapon does not mean we treat him and send him out like a living weapon. I think you're missing the purpose of having a living weapon, Hiruzen. Naruto would just be like, I need to get better at it. I go like, that's why you go out there. Now, because then I won't be able to control myself. If I kill my teammates, then you guys would hate me more. So, give me time to control the powers, and then I can be your quote-unquote weapon to kill whatever the fuck you guys want. Naruto's still a kid, so him being this coldly was weird to them. Not only that, when, you had a civilian trying to talk to Naruto, telling him that, he should be thankful for even being allowed to live in the village, Naruto impaled him, faster than anyone could realize, because Naruto sent a tail underground, and it pierced him through the back. Naruto's just like, you forget this is a shinobi village, you peasant. Understand this. I have no quarries killing you. Hey. Love this song. This is the Skrillex remix, I'm not gonna lie. But don't hate me. I like that remix too. And the original, this is just on shuffle. Oh, on my taste buds. Damn. I love this song. Anyway, back to the what if. As I was saying, Naruto, he killed one of the civilians. Not a civilian, council member, just a civilian. He retracts his tail. And everyone's just like in fear because that was fast. And not even the ninjas sensed the chakra just being shot out and then traveling a good amount of distance and then sprouting out, piercing him. It all happened really fucking quick. So, they're not saying anything. Eventually, it's time for the graduations. And since Naruto was pulled away from the actual academy students, he would go to the academy and he would be, held in a different classroom, being taught by other Jonin ninjas, since they're the only ones who could actually teach Naruto any good jutsus. Now, Kakashi was able to help teach Naruto to incorporate the fire chakra a little bit more easier with his fireball jutsus. Naruto gains Dragon Flame Bomb, the Phoenix Flower Jutsu, Lion Wild Song, and then one that surprised Kakashi that Naruto could do. One that, even Hiruzen was just like, hey, I don't even have enough chakra to pull that off. And that is the Majestic Flame Destroyer, the one-handed horse sign jutsu that Madara uses against the Shinobi War. And Naruto does the same hand sign and almost gets the exact same result. So, they are just in awe of Naruto's flames. Not to mention his earth style is also very fucking difficult to deal with. Especially because Naruto is a master at the one-handed hand signs. So, what surprises everyone is Naruto can weave two different earth style jutsus at the same time. And that's dangerous. So he would, weave the stone bullet and then weave the eruption hand signs. So around the field there would be pulses of chakra just erupting, shooting rocks out. And then Naruto would be shooting out stone bullets. Now, you're thinking that they're going to hit you. No. Naruto shoots out these things and then they're around you. Then he purposely shoots at you and then shoots at the rubble above you and makes the rubble fall in your direction. So you have to fall either you get crushed by the rubble or you take the stone bullet. Or you try and block both, and it's fucking difficult. Unless you got good jutsus to block Naruto's jutsus, it's fucking hard, but Naruto can spam a lot. And they don't have the amount of chakra that Naruto does. So, yeah. And then his water style, like I already mentioned, Tobirama level. So, Water Dragon Jutsu, Water Dragon Missile, my bad. Explosive Bite of the Water Dragon. And one jutsu that surprised them all was Naruto's Water Hydra Dragon. The 5-headed water dragon that appears and then just crushes everything. Oh my god, they were just... Damn. This boy's a fucking tank. And then, here's the thing. Naruto, who likes to experiment with his, chakra. When he added water chakra to some of them, some things would be different. One would be that when he added the water chakra to his blades, he found out that they became wobbly. They retained their sharpness, but they became more whip-like. They were thin and razor sharp. but he didn't have much control over it since they protrude from his shoulder. He would have to wrap it around his wrist or figure out how to make it protrude from his wrists. And he does, eventually. His tails didn't really benefit from water chakras, so he would think. So he pumped a little bit, but what surprised him, once he did that, they were able to combine into a bigger tail and become seemingly like a giant arm. All 5 tails forming into a hand. Soon he realized after he made the one hand, he could make more tails after that. So, yeah. Soon enough, after adding, he was curious on what would happen if he added water to his fire. And wings, pretty much just steam shoots out of his spine, which surprises everyone. But it's steam shaped like a wing, so while it's just protruding an insane amount of chakra, it's more or less just a speed boost for Naruto. Nothing really he could do about it, but he can't really weaponize it more than that. So, I believe it was Kelly, actually. I think I know what that is. No, but I believe it was Kelly who was first. Yep, Kelly. Kelly was first. Yup. I don't know what is the Chakra Experimentation. I never. It was. Yeah, oh. Super food. So. Motherfucker. Congrats on being first. A lot of the times. Anyway, back to the what if. This is where things get more interesting. Naruto, after adding Earth Chakra to his Kagenes, he just found that, not only do they become more aggressively larger, like they become more bulkier, not that they're harder to control, but they're heavier now. So they do more damage, but he had to get used to the added benefit of the weights. So, speed boost. He was weighted down when he uses his weighted Kagenes, but, yeah. Anyway, as time progressed, he would be put in the same Team 7. Sakura still Kunoichi of the Year, and, here's where things are going to be a little bit different. In this timeline, she actually has something unique about her. And this is the fact that, because I fucking can, she's half, and I do mean only half. Now, chill when I say this. She is half, of the Yuki clan. So, Sakura's mom would be from the Yuki clan. One of their survivors who did not want to be a ninja, similar to how Haku's mom was. But, yeah, that's how that goes. And Haku is going to be a guy, so you can see where Sakura is going to go to now soon. Anyway, back to the what if. Yes, and I do remember that, Sakura being mesmerized by Haku's Snow-kun joke and a few what ifs. Now, that's not here nor there. Back to the what if. Like I was saying, Naruto, he meets Sakura and Sasuke. Not impressed by either one of them. Sakura's ice style is unique, and Sasuke can't copy it, which annoys him. And Sasuke, Uchiha Massacre still happened. So, yeah. He's still his emo brooding self, and he demands jutsu. So, we're gonna have fun folding him like laundry. Now, here's where things get kinda different. You see, because Kakashi knows Naruto's personality, and knows that in the bell test that if he tells Naruto to come at him with killing intent, Naruto would probably actually kill him, because Naruto has way more chakra than Kakashi. Even if Kakashi uses his Sharingan, he can't Kamui everything. You know, there's only so much he could use with Kamui, and it still burns an insane amount of his chakra. Yeah, due to Naruto pushing Kakashi during their training, he kind of has Kamui access already. Which, you know, Obito doesn't know, but that's going to be fun. Now, here's where things get kind of interesting. You see, as, you know, Naruto, you know, gets along with Team 7 during their bell test exercise, you know, Sakura, motherfucker, yawning. You know, Sakura was more efficient with teamwork in this timeline. You know, she's willing to work with Naruto due to the fact that Naruto's actually fucking broken as shit with the massive amounts of chakra that he has. And the fact that he can explain where Kakashi's blind spot is. You know, and if he does use his... You know, if you do open his... If you do force him to open his left eye, that's where Naruto can, you know, focus and force Kakashi to track his movements while they, you know, go for his new blind spot, his right side. Since Kakashi has a tendency to close his right eye during the battle since he relies on that Sharingan too much. You know, Sasuke would be like, how the fuck does Kakashi... He gets slapped in the face. As Naruto's just be like, you don't need to know that story. Kakashi is our sensei because he could teach you it. Now, you're going to just wait until you unlock yours. Because until then, you don't need to know. I don't know because I don't have a Sharingan. But I also don't need to know because it's clearly something he doesn't show off. Does he brag about it? No. He reads his disgusting porn books. That's what he does. You know, he reads it with his right eye, not his left eye. He does not corrupt that mighty Sharingan that you love so much with that smut. So calm the fuck down before I shish kebab you. As, you know, Naruto pulls out his tails. You know, Sakura's just like, hey, no, don't do that to Sasuke-kun, I love him. Naruto's just like, bitch, you're stupid. Every girl says they fucking love Sasuke. And Sasuke's too much of an emo queer to actually do anything. No offense if you're actually homosexual. Just Naruto being a dick. So, you know, Naruto insulting Sasuke and his masculinity and his preferences. You know, Sakura gets annoyed. You know, their teamwork falls apart at this moment. Kakashi would try and take advantage only for, you know, Naruto to whip him away with some tails. You know, keeping him at bay. Fuck. You know, trying to dodge. Now, this is where things get a little bit more... Fuck. My bad. Anyway, like I was saying, things get a little bit more interesting because, you know, Sasuke is trying to outpace Naruto, but he's not fast enough. I gotta drink of water, my bad. Second drink. Anyway, like I was saying in the what if, Naruto, you know, straight up tells Sasuke, you know, he has 10 times the amount of chakra as the Hokage. You know, you, Sasuke, don't. That's why you can't do any of the bullshit that I can. You know, he, you know, sprouts out his tails. You know, he brings out his black wings. And he starts flying. Kakashi's just like, damn it, Naruto, you know we can't keep up with you if you use your wings. Naruto's just like, you said to come at you like this is a real mission. And Kakashi's also like, yes. And I never said to kill me. And Kakashi's just like, oh god, no. You know, this is when Sakura comes out of nowhere, clocking Kakashi with the speed of a crystal ice mirror too. So that enhanced, you know, strength in her genjutsu is going to be added with ice style. So, you know, Kakashi gets his shit slapped because it was on his right side. Because he didn't look to his right. And yeah, no, that punch kind of, you know, not all cold, but that shit just fucking hurt him. At that moment, Naruto just shoots out a quick bladed quill to cut the bells. Sakura grabs the bells, and then, she was about to give one to Naruto, and then she looked at Sasuke, and, Naruto's saying, go ahead. I don't need it. Clearly I'm better. And this annoys Sasuke, so, he says he doesn't need the bell. So, Sakura, who does give the bell to Naruto, instantly flicks it at Sasuke in the forehead. This does hit Sasuke. He does have his headband, but this still, pushes Sasuke back a bit, and it annoyed Sasuke. Naruto's just like, when you can do, he rushes to Sasuke and punches him right in the stomach, sending him flying almost 50 feet of distance, and then Naruto just appears right behind him, palm striking his back, causing a loud cracking noise. Sasuke's just like, Naruto grabs Sasuke's hair, lifts him up and looks at him, saying, when you can do that to me, then you can act high and mighty. Ouch. Motherfucker, that hurt. But, Naruto also tells him, as he lets Sasuke down, he pulls out a kunai, and he purposely stabs himself in the chest to let Sasuke know that the kunai would break on impact. He tells him, basic shinobi gear like this won't cut him. You gotta train, and you gotta get good gear, and you gotta make sure that chakra control is to peak perfection if you want to get past my chakra body's true defenses. Naruto is just like, the massive amount of chakra I have within me, it's incredible. Now, time skip a few weeks. They do their missions, the cat hunting, garbage cleaning, dog walking, painting some houses. One mission that surprises everyone that, was pretty, I don't want to say funny, but, ended with the slight embarrassment to Naruto. You see, there was this mission where, they were to help clean out a shop. There was this old merchant who recently sold it, and, a new family was coming in, and, they're going to be opening a store. They sell some clothes, and, well, yeah. Naruto, who had learned the multi-shadow clone jutsu, and, well, the Hokage straight up says he has 10 times the amount of chakra I have. I'm not even going to worry about him, dying from this jutsu. And he just tells Naruto, just like, let's see what you got. Naruto understands. He does have a decent amount of chakra control. So, yeah. His clones helped fix the shop up. The owners would come in. They'd, plant their stuff. And Naruto, he was carrying 2 boxes with his tails. A box with his arm. And, well, he sets them down, and they tell Naruto, go ahead and, open the boxes and help, pull out and set up the decorations. Naruto opens them, and, well, when he opens them, he was fucking surprised. It was a lot of underwear. Women's underwear. Naruto was just like, oh, wait, I think you guys gave me the wrong boxes. Sakura, who was upstairs doing other shit with women's clothing, saying, no, this is going to be a women's clothing store, Naruto. Or Naruto's just like, can't do this. This ain't good. This ain't good look for me. I don't want to, do this. This is, Naruto blushes. He's just saying, not right for me. He's saying, look, I can. This song is The Edge by Tonight Alive, and if you recognize it from somewhere, it was from the Amazing Spider-Man movie with Andrew Garfield. And if you didn't recognize it, and you're just like, oh, thanks for the trivia, okay, It's also the fact that I do like this song a lot. Plus, her voice is so fucking amazing. The day was upstanding. I've not heard this in a minute, honestly. This day burning, but tonight I need you to save me. Oh, that was my wrist. Ooh, I hope you guys heard that one. It's because it's the wrist. It's the same phone that's it's the same hand that's holding my phone. So yeah, I just popped my wrist. Back to the order, and oh wow, 30 minutes. I do like these shorter videos, honestly. They're simpler, so I can put out more. But you know, let's do the 1 hour ones too. I don't mind. Closer to an hour. You know, they're not all gonna be an hour. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just shooting for that like past 58-minute mark, but under the hour and 2-minute one. But depending on how much time I spent talking, I have to add on. So don't worry, I keep track, sort of. Now, Naruto in this timeline would, you know, be embarrassed of such things. So, you know, they just pretty much tell him, man up. You know, Sakura, Sasuke, they're also doing their stuff. You know, Sasuke, on the other hand, he's just, like, with simple, you know, t-shirts and mannequins. So he's setting them up, and then he just puts the shirts over the mannequins. You know, Sasuke is blushing because, you know, the mannequins are proportioned to women. So, you know, they're not, like, showing, like, nipples or anything. But it's still shaped like boobs, and he has to, you know, dress the mannequins. You know, and he does feel kind of awkward. So he's just like, You know, he's just looking around, making sure no one's watching him, and does it quickly. You know, they think of it like if you use your clones, you can do it quickly, right? So Naruto does. He, you know, multi-shadow clone jutsu, you know, sets up the underwear, like everything perfectly how the person wanted. But, you know, Naruto, you know, once he's done, you know, he dispels all of his clones. And, well, he sighs, you know. He goes over to the last box, you know, he pulls out the last packet, and, well, you know, Sakura sees that Naruto pulling out underwear and sees all that he's done, and, you know, she calls Naruto a pervert. You know, how the hell is he moving that fast? You know, are you that excited to be playing with women's underwear? And Naruto's just like, wait, no, wait, you wrong, Sakura, you misunderstanding this. I was not. I used my clones, I swear. Oh yeah, then how come where's your clone? I dispelled them. Yeah, convincing story. Is that how, you know, it just looked wrong for Naruto. You know, Sasuke wouldn't do anything. He'd just kind of let Naruto suffer in this. Now, in the Land of Waves mission, things do become a little bit different. Because Team 7 is the backup. You see, they run into the Demon Brothers. Not they, Inashikacho, Team 10, Asuma, are the ones who are escorting Tazuna. You know, they were able to beat the Demon Brothers, and, you know, Tazuna explains that they're not sure how many people they might encounter. So Asuma is just like, alright then, you know, monkey summoning jutsu. He gives a message, you know, reverse summons to his dad. You know, Hiruzen gets the scroll. You know, he sends Team 7 as backup. They would appear to see not Kakashi, but Asuma with his knuckle blades clashing with Zabuza. Now, Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji, you know, they're in the formation around Tazuna when all of a sudden Senbo needles pierce Ino and she falls. You know, they next pierce Choji, he falls. You know, they fell like flies, they're not dead, but Shikamaru's, you know, panicking, trying to, you know, think out what to do next. He doesn't see who this person is, and, well, yeah, he's worried that Tazuna is about to be killed. So, you know, he activates the Shadow Strangle Jutsu, well, Shadow Tendril Jutsu in this timeline. So, you know, he extends his shadow and a few, like, tendrils appear around him. So, you know, he's looking around his neck, you know, trying to guard it. You know, he makes one wrap around Tazuna's, you know, be like an anchor. You know, Tazuna's just like, I don't think this would be enough. He's just like, Well, clearly he's aiming for the neck. Whoever this, person is, they're aiming for the neck. I can only assume that this guy laced it with poison. He's just like, ah, shit. He's just like, I know. We need to find him fast. Asuma would be pissed the fact that, his students are getting this shit slapped. So he would do the burning ash jutsu, but nah. You don't cover your vision when you fight someone who is a master of the silent kill and uses the mist to his advantage. So, in the explosion that does blow away some of the mist, this let Zabuza get close, slashing Asuma on the back. Not deep, because Asuma was able to jump forward. He sensed it, so battle instincts. Jump forward. So, still slash, but Zabuza was able to, do the water clone. Water clone then grabs him and becomes a water prison. And, well, yeah. Naruto was quick to rush to where Asuma was. Kakashi would go to Shikamaru and back him up with this. Sasuke follows, while Sakura, on the other hand, well, she saw something weird. She could sense ice being used, and she's just like, it's really similar to my jutsu. So, she made her own crystal ice mirror and jumped into one where Haku was, and the two started to fight. The two are now fighting in their own crystal ice mirrored realm, and I'll get to that later. Now, this is where things continue on. What? Ooh, I'll watch later. Now, back to the what if. As Naruto fights Zabuza, and Zabuza is surprised that Naruto is fast and strong. He sees Naruto's eyes are glowing black and red. He's terrified because the amount of chakra Naruto possesses is just massive. Naruto's pushing him back too because, yes, Naruto's whipping him with his tail. Zabuza's blade is breaking more and more, being whittled down to just barely the handle, which annoys him. Naruto would proceed to demolish Zabuza. Now, Haku is unavailable right now due to him, fighting Sakura. Now, Nani? Oh, when you hit like 2K, I think. I got mine when I hit 2K. Anyway, back to the what if. As Naruto, he and Zabuza are pretty much proof that he a bitch. Now, this is where things get interesting. You see, as Naruto, pushes Zabuza to the brink of death, Naruto asks him, who's his employer, and is it really worth dying for this? If he doesn't, he knows a little bit of what the mission is. Bridge builder, poor, man, crime boss tries to stop. So crime boss has a lot of money, right? Enough money to pay for you, right? Zabuza's saying, yeah. So, what if, hear me out here, you work with us, kill him. I hear he has some sort of company that he runs, some sort of organization. I'm pretty sure that, it could be taken over by a few fellow Mist Ninjas. If they work together with this village, they could pretty much, make it into an excellent port, right? Zabuza squints his eyes saying, why do you tell me this, brat? This is Trash Boat Synthetic Symphony. I like it a lot. Now, anyway, back to the what if. As Naruto looks at him, he tilts his head as he tells him, well, to be fair, I just have this weird sense that, you're not really as bad as the bingo book makes you to be. Yeah, you have a good bounty, but I feel like I'd make more money working with you than turning you in. So, What do you say? Naruto retracts his tails, and, he sticks out his hand. Zabuza is just like, I don't trust you, brat. What makes you think I would just easily go with you? Well, nothing. But then again, I could also just kill you and then just leave, this mist village with Gato's business or whatever, and then I'll just let them know, Konoha got them. So they would, be fucking with Konoha if they fuck with them. And then I'd come down. And clearly, since I am the one who killed Gato, and, the one who would claim the head of the mist, the demon mist of the... the demon of the mist, Zabuza Momochi, it would be pretty simple for me. So, let me ask you this one more time. As now this time he protrudes the black wings, red tails, blue tails that wrap around his legs, the blades that wrap around his arms, black metallic spikes that wrap around his neck and start to protect his face. Starting to form some sort of mask. Naruto's eyes become bloodshot. As his voice becomes a little bit distorted, he asks him, "Are you sure you want to die today, Zabuza? I give you a chance. So, yes or no?" As, Zabuza, almost pisses himself. He was just about to say, no, I want to save that line for something else. What? Don't worry. Now, continuing with the what if. Let's get to how Sakura and Haku are doing. Now, Haku is surprised that someone could use the same jutsu as him. And, Sakura's just saying, her mother said that she was from the Yuki clan. They left after, Yagara tried to wipe them out. Their Hokage was, cool and let her mom stay. Her mom fell in love with one of the civilians, and, Sakura just happened to inherit the ice style. She fights for Konoha. She is Konoha's, winter before the spring. She's the one who protects the leaves in the cold. When there is no warmth, she is there to defend the leaves. She protects the hidden leaves village. She protects the children who have yet to blossom. Not protects, but she honors the leaves that have fallen, ones before her. She's, the in-between stage. That's what she feels like she is. Since she has this unique power that's from an outside source. This gives her the ability to be something like no other. And so how she views it is, Sakura, in winter, there is no spring, there is no life. And she doesn't necessarily like that. So she'll be, the actual winter. So she protects the hidden leaf village, honoring the fallen leaf members, shinobi, and guarding, the leaves that have yet to bloom. Nourishing them whenever she can. She is, winter. So that means she has water, so she can nurture them, in times of distress. So, she good. Haku would be surprised at someone who has such, resolve to protect the whole village. Sakura's just like, it's not just the village. There is someone, she, cares about. Haku would say, who? She would say, it would be Sasuke Uchiha. She loves him, and, even now, even if he doesn't love him back, if he doesn't love her back, Nane, I'll call them later. Anyway, it's for the eye doctors. Anyway, back to the what if. As like I was saying, Naruto changes. Not Naruto. Or in Sakura fight. Haku and Sakura, they go into this, quick discussion on how love works and, who really cares for who and how that really works. Haku, admits that Zabuza doesn't really show him the same kindness that he would like. And this does break Sakura's heart. And they both are understanding that the people who they care for really ain't shit. And they so happen to have the same jutsu. And somehow along the lines it kind of got to, you know, why don't we work together? Join the Leaf Village. Sakura's just like, she has the same bloodline as, Haku. And the easiest way to, avoid any issues is just to, have them restart the clan in Konoha. Haku would blush at this because, well, under his mask he's blushing. Now, keep in mind, Sakura is under the impression that Haku's a girl right now because of the way he's dressed. So, yeah. So, Haku, would say, and who would I be with? With you? Sakura would be like, I'm a chick. Haku would be like, and I'm a guy. Oh, wait. But Zabuza, yeah, like a master student one, and he don't really care for me, like a father-son one. Okay. That makes more sense now, Sakura thinks to herself. Haku would take off his mask. Sakura would think he's handsome and, kind of cute. The two have this cute little moment, and yeah. Soon enough, Zabuza with a broken body would, have, Naruto carrying him by a tail, wrapped up. So, yeah, things get kind of fun. Haku's kind of with Sakura, and other two are talking, laughing, giggling, exchanging, quick jokes and anecdotes. The two talk about their jutsus and how they could probably improve it. And, Sasuke's just like, that's kind of weird. My fangirls just left me. Naruto wouldn't really care. Zabuza's just like, you brat. You broke my sword. It heals with blood. Don't worry. I'll get it fixed by the time I kill all of Gato and his men. Zabuza's just like, you're serious? Yup. Now, are you in or not? Gato's just, not Gato. Zabuza's just like, bro, I can't move my body. Alright, then I'll give you a week or so. Zabuza's just like, I hate you. Oh, okay, I could just throw you aside right now. Zabuza's just like, alright then. They get to the house. Tazuna has to explain to Inari and his daughter, Sumi, about what's gonna happen, and, after the bridge is built, that, these nice people, Naruto in particular, and this masked mummy man, and, the masked, blue kimono boy, they would go take care of Gato. Gato, who hired Zabuza to take care of them, is pretty much just like, hey, I got my shit slapped by the kid, and the kid's just saying, if you don't want to die, help me kill Gato. We'll take his money, and then his company's ours. Pretty much Zabuza and Haku would help run the ports that Gato runs with his shipping. And, Tazuna and his men could help be workers. Not just bridge builders, but they could also help build more ports, along that line. Now, time skip a week. Kakashi, Sasuke, Sakura, and Haku, they had taken turns watching Tazuna build the bridge while Zabuza healed. Naruto seemingly had bonded with Inari, due to the fact that Inari sees that Naruto has weird powers, and he asks him what exactly are these things. Naruto explains, massive amounts of chakra that he can just manipulate, and that he has 10 times the amount of chakra as a Kage. And, what's a Kage? He would explain, Gato could hire an army, but a Kage is equivalent to an army itself, and if Naruto has the 10 times chakra of one, that's like 10 armies. Gato can't really attack him. Naruto showed off his powers. The wings, the flaming senbon needles, you know, his tails, everything. He even showed Inari that, you can't even cut him. He pulled out kunai, swords, and they broke. Tazuna even agreed that he saw Naruto headbutt Zabuza's sword at one point, and the sword broke. And, Zabuza was just like, no, my sword. Zabuza's just like, I didn't cry. He's just like, but I'm crying inside right now. Yeah. Anyway, we cut to the scene of Naruto cutting down every single member of Gato's men, stealing the money, and of course, he picks up the radio and he contacts all of Gato's, informants and workers that, Gato was taken out, but, his business is taken over by a few people, so don't worry. They're still going to be working. They're still workers. But, what's being shipped is going to be changed around here. No more of that drug shit, we're going to clean this up a bit. And if they have some issues, just, step to him. Where Gato's hideouts is. He'll be here for a week. And if, they're not here within a week and they try and, do some shit afterwards, well, by then Naruto would already know where they're at. And then he'll pay them a visit and show them why Gato was powerless to stop him. And soon enough, then he'll take over their ports too. So, understand this. It's a simple fact. I stumped Gato and took his place. I'm telling you that we keeping the same flow of business. Our products are different. And if you have an issue, prepare to get the same treatment that Gato did. Now, this is where things get a little bit different. Naruto has no one fight him whatsoever. Like, no one at all wanted to fight him because Gato, who had the most thugs and, could hire the most muscle, if he got his shit slapped by one boy who explains that, he has massive amounts of chakra, and the fact that, though they don't know his face and name, here's one thing that they should know as his voice distorts, and fear, was riddled within their body, as he's straight up saying, I hold the nine tails. As, he cuts transmissions. And yeah, time skip a few weeks. That same village has been more prosperous. The Great Bridge of Naruto, still the same. Zabuza kind of, softened around Sumi. And, now Inari's expecting a new sibling. Haku and Sakura are both at the Hidden Leaf. Haku got promoted to a Chunin because, he's a bit older. So Sakura has a boyfriend, and he's a Chunin. And it's kind of unique because, she likes bragging about it to Ino, and Ino gets pissy. And, Sasuke is just like, the fuck? Haku is actually pretty happy that he found another Yuki member. And when he met Sakura's mom, it was pretty, emotional to see more Ice Clan members. So they were happy together. They have that nice little moment. And Naruto, he looks up as, he could sense something approaching. He knows that the Chunin exams, something's coming. And, that something would be the invasion plan. And the invasion plan in this one is going to be a little bit different, since not just the sound, but the stone and the sand. So, the three would try and attack. Now, keep in mind, Orochimaru let slip that Naruto is the son of Minato. And, yeah, they need to kill him. They even have the Nine Tails. So, if, they want, they could just, beat Naruto to a pulp and then rip out the Nine Tails for their own power. Which, Inoki was just like, yes! So, that's how that was gonna go. He pretty much tells the Sand that, they have, you know, according to his spy, two Yuki members, ice style users that they can, incorporate into their wind. Since ice, wind, yeah, it works. And they ask, what does he want out of this? And he would just say he wants the Uchiha. And they're like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. You can take the fucking Uchiha, you weird snake pedo. And that's kind of how that goes. Now, the Mist recently, due to, Naruto helping and Yagura's fall, are able to send, two squads. These squads would be, a young Mei Tsurume as the Jonin rather than the Mizukage. Yeah, I'm changing a few things. The Mizukage is someone else, and that would be Ao, the guy who has the Byakugan eye. So, Mei is the Jonin sensei, and her teammates, her squad, the little bastards, are Suigetsu, Gurin, and, of course, Yukimaru, the new Three-Tails Jinchuriki. Gurin is our crystal style user, and Suigetsu is our, water boy jutsu. And yeah, he does have a sword, Mist Sword Blade, and it is none other than the Electric Kiba Fangs, which, it was kind of weird for him because, he's made out of water. But surprisingly, when he holds the swords, the fangs don't fuck him up. So yeah. Now the other team, on the other hand, their sensei is Utakata. The Six Tails Jinchuriki. Now, these members are, more or less just fan members, from, members that I'm adding from other animes that I decided that I could add because why not? We have, in this timeline, the Naruto ship, which I've, prolonged till the hour to keep you guys invested. Naruto's love interest would be a Mist Ninja of the name of Nezuko Kamado. Her brother, Tanjiro Kamado, is also there. Tanjiro is a one of the Mist swordsmen. He holds the new berry, the sewing needle one. And, here's the thing. Nezuko is also a swordswoman. She holds the... I just forgot the fucking name. This is Kill the Sun by Cane Hill, and I love the vibe that it gives me. Shit. Let me pause this real quick so I can look up the blade. I'm just gonna... I can't pronounce the name for shit, so it's the sword that has the explosions on it, which I guess it makes it a sword. I never understood it. When I read it in the manga, I thought, so the sword just has a fuck ton of paper bombs? Alright then, fuck it, yeah, why not? I figured it works well with Nezuko's, blood burst, so instead of blood burst, sword... dying. We're dying. Ow. Instead of, blood burst, it's bomb burst. So yeah. Now, this is where our final member. Now, this one is gonna be the love interest for not Naruto, but for Sasuke. Mostly because it makes the most sense to me in this timeline. So yeah. And it is Karen Uzumaki. Yes, another Uzumaki. And in this timeline, she is Mei's younger cousin. So yeah, Mei Uzumaki Tsurume. Half and half. Rather than the lava style and the corrosion style, she has the Uzumaki chains. And her unique Gekkei Genkai that she inherited is Storm style. Same with Karin. Uzumaki change and Storm style. Carrying on. If you notice that making where the leaf and the mist are more, hooah, connected. Now, this is where things get different. You see, now we have the Cloud who are sending in their team. Here we have the Jonin Sensei Killer Bee sending his students Yugito, Samui, and Karu, a 3-girl team. And, just for the sake of simplicity, Karu would still, end up with Choji, which I never understood. But hey, partial expansion jutsu for the win, my guy. Why not? Now, ending this what if.